Right, so this is our session on Pele. Even before watching it and listening to the music, what impression did you get about her character?
I feel like her character is like misunderstood, and that's shown through different characters in the piece. Like the themes stay the same, but they're like altered slightly every time,
Yeah,
like every new section.
right, right. And I think if you can bring that out, that's absolutely right. If you can bring out that feeling of being misunderstood, excuse me, and also I feel she was searching for something. I know in the story she fell for her sister's husband, but she too is searching for love. Clearly, that's not the right way to do it. But I think she is also misunderstood. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And from that grows that rage, you know. But I think she's also a beautiful soul as well, and I wanted to paint that when you have the dum da dee dum dum, right? And I love the tempo that you take that. That's really nice. Um, what are some of the things that draw you to the piece of music?
Um, I think it's just really catchy, like the different rhythms, they flow so well together and they work really well together. Yep.
It's good. I'm glad that you're getting that, um, because we want to have this feeling that you've got a huge band of people playing wooden drums. You know, you got a choir there. This is, you know, and you're in the middle of this island, and you are Pele, right? The piano for the mythology concert is the main character, and then everything else is built around it to enhance the experience. So I thought maybe what we could do today is we'll just run it from the top, and then we can just talk about some spots if you got any questions, and then let's also listen to the whole thing as well, with the orchestra, because there'll be some certain spots there that you'll just want to pay attention to look over at Dr. Bell. But let me pull up my music. All right, give me a best shot, Miss Ariana. Yeah, that's the energy that we're looking for. Great. How's that for you? How was that
It
run
feels
through?
good. Feels good. I just think the triplets need to be cleaned up more.
Yeah, what I tell you what, I reckon from the opening, play it play it a couple of notches slower because it's quite difficult to go from because we do want to hear the bum bum bum. We want to hear those notes, especially when they're coming down. So by playing it a couple of notches slower, it'll allow you to get a lot more clarity. So I'm thinking, right? Let's see what that tempo is. Because that's going to enable you as well to give it those swells, right? Dum, da dum, ba dum, da dum. Let's see. Hold on. Dum, 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 dum. Can you try this for me? This is 80. How interesting. This is actually faster than what I have up here. What is the 72 that I had? Hold on. No, I think 80. Can you try that for me, Ariana? Just about 80. Yeah, that's the tempo. That's it, right? Can you hear how much cleaner that is already?
Yeah.
Ta-da! See, you don't need to do any more practice. Just a little bit, right? So let's go 80. And that'll mean that all of this comes out real clean. Yeah. Dotted quarter note equals 80. Let's make the build up to 19 a little bit more gradual. Meaning, when you get to measure 19, don't be too heavy into the keys, because at the moment it's quite you're entering it quite quick, right? So wait into the keys, but don't push too fast into the keys. Like allow it to grow, because the way that you're starting it almost feels like we've already arrived at the climax.
All right.
Yeah. So just measure it, just pace it. I know it says FF in Appassionata, but I wouldn't do it right away. So can you try for me from 14? Go from measure 14 and do your real best to. You said something interesting before. You like how the rhythms blend or something along those lines, right? How it just kind of weaves in and out seamlessly. That's what we want, not just for the rhythms, but also how you grow the dynamic. So let's try from measure 14. When you hit 19, see if you can introduce it in a way that's not too intense, not just yet. Let's try that. That's it. So what did you do differently then?
I didn't go so hard like coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't need to. That's plenty. That's plenty intensity. Plus you've still got the whole piece to go, right? So the key is, and this is something that you can keep in mind as well with any piece that you play that have big moments, is pick your battle and pace how much you give, so that when you finally get to the big part of the piece, you've taken us for a ride. If we're too intense too early, then you've just given us the treat. All right, so just build it gradually. That was great. Yeah. So just more arm weight, less pushing. I really like the way that you play this left hand. So keep listening to the way that you phrase them. Right, she's going through the water. This is where the battle was happening, in the ocean. So I imagine these to be the waves moving, and all of this. Yeah. So keep on shaping that left hand. Can you play these notes for me just slowly? Measure 23. Okay, got that. Excellent. That part is all fine. How are you with these triplets? Are they okay?
Those are fine. I think those still also blend a little bit too much together, but if I do it slower, it should be fine.
That's right. So that we can hear the crunch, right? That's measure 23. Another cool thing to do as well is just play them as a block chord so that you can hear how the dissonances grow and how they release. All right. Okay, that's all fine. Yeah, just by pulling the timbre back, it's great. I thought you did this rather well. This part. I can see how much you enjoy playing that low A. I did that one just for you. Boom! Get out of here! That's so good. I dare you for that last A just to kick the side of the piano. Miss Jimmy like, oh, she's actually turned into Pele. What do you think of my idea to play all of this stuff without pedal and play this with pedal?
That's what I've been doing.
Right? Because before you added, I think it was like a touch of pedal to this here.
Yeah.
Right? But now it's senza pedale, right? So no pedal at all. I feel that it adds a little bit more contrast and also mystery to it. So all this... And the way that you played... What does that bring to mind? That theme?
I just like see a figure in the dark and you don't know what's going on.
It should feel unsettling. That's what I was aiming for. Yeah, exactly. And so I also want to create this feeling that we don't actually completely understand the immensity and the power of Pele. Not yet. Right? At the end, you're like, oh, wow, she created the islands of Hawaii. That's how powerful she is. Yeah. So that's why you want to really bring this down. I thought you did this really well. But just keep it in mind, because the orchestra will follow you. All right. If they hear, oh, okay, Ariana's really bringing it down, they'll come down with you as well. So this part was all good. Yeah. Same thing with these here. Be as smooth as you can with these octaves, right? As it builds up and as it builds down, just getting that more of that connection. This part here was fine. What do you think of my idea of playing this note with the right hand? So you play D, C, A, F, right? with the right hand, and then these two notes here with the left hand, and then right hand over. Try it slowly. Let me know what you think. So 4 notes in the right, 2 notes in the left, and then the right hand crossover. 4-2 crossover. All right. I think it's just going to give you more weight, because otherwise you're relying on your pinky to make that sound. But this should be an eruption, and you don't need to play it super fast. You don't need to go. You don't need to do that. Play it at speed. Yeah, boom, bang, bang, and there's the big one right then. Boom, and then pause. Wait for Dr. Bell, and then Right? If I'm right, I don't think there's anything happening here. I think it's just you.
Yeah.
It is, right? I'm getting old. My memory's not serving me. Yeah. I think it's just you. So just take your time. No one's going to do anything. And then you pause. And then what happens next? Let's actually look at this. This will make it easier. That happens, that happens, that happens, that happens. This tempo was fine. So do exactly what you're doing before. You're shaping this and you're phrasing it beautifully. And it's important to do so that the voices will follow you as well, because they've got this really angelic line. Right? So yeah, I wouldn't speed too much through that. Your speed up happens here. Step Shalarando, not too fast. Feel it? So the difference between what you just heard and what you did is your Accelerando started really quick. Right? So but you got to pace it because the choir is with you here in 104. Dun, 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 dun. Rest. So we can't go too quick. So it's from 108 onwards. Even 108 onwards, Ariana, don't go too fast because Benjamin is with you. Dun, 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 dun. And the choir. Yeah. So you'll get a feel of it. I guess what I'm trying to say is throughout that whole accelerando, the choir and percussion are with you the whole time, so we can't push it too fast. Dun, 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 dun. What do you reckon? Oh, is it sorry?
I'm having trouble having the left hand not take over the right hand too much in the dotted eighth note equals 88 section.
Which measure is that?
96.
96. And so what's happening at the moment?
I feel like the left hand is too loud, and because I have to play the eighth notes with the right hand, so that makes it harder to hear the top voices with my. Also with the right hand.
For now, remove these voices. Remove the A's. Yeah. It's more important that we hear that melody. Later on when you have more time, we can play around with working on that there. Once you start playing like music by Franz Liszt, there's a Russian composer called Scriabin, does a lot of this kind of voicing. It's tricky, I understand. Yeah. So, but I think for the purpose of the concert, just really focus on getting that melody in there. As long as how are you with these Fs with the left hand? Is that okay? Are you able to control that balance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice, excellent. Is there anything else in particular that pops up in terms of balance or coordination that worries you?
The line 1 from 108 from that measure. When I play it with the track, I'm not always aligned with it, but I think that's just because I can't hear it very well. I'm hoping that when it's live,
it'll be way easy when it's live. Much easier when it's live. Yeah. And Dr. Bell will be there keeping beat of everything as well. Yeah, so I wouldn't worry too much. It is hard to play the track. I agree. It's probably easier if I put in a click for you to play along with. But the replacement of my click will be just the baton. And it doesn't actually need to be as fast as you're currently playing it. So it should make it easy. And also, once everybody is there with you, you'll just lock in. Yeah. I think you'll get amped once you hear the whole choir and like wood blocks behind you. Like, yeah, here we go. I wonder, should we put something here at the end with you? Or maybe we just have the piano. Dun, 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 dun. Because I was thinking, I don't know, maybe should I put like a cymbal run, like shh. But then at the same time,
That would make sense.
maybe, right? But then at the same time, I kind of like that it ends with just piano because this whole thing is about piano. And you're a big player. Now that I'm hearing you play, if you ended weak, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put in a cymbal to accompany her. But you're pretty solid. So, but if I did put a cymbal in there, would you be okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have a little think about it. Let me know by tomorrow if after a while you're like, you know what, I kind of want a cymbal to accompany me. But otherwise, it's Benjamin's doing the wood blocks, and then you go bam, dun, 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 dun. Now, if we did put a cymbal, where would it go? I can't put it here because he's playing the wood block, so he can't get there fast enough. Dun, dun. Here?
Maybe the roll could start on the first on measure, is that 114, I think. A roll could start and then let's go by the end of, or by the start of 115.
Ooh, I don't have a 115. Is it 113? Huh.
Or 114. 113 to 14.
Right. Yeah. Cool. You're using the ensemble score, right? Are you using the ensemble score? Or is it just the original?
I checked. It's the original, but I checked and it looks the same too.
It looks the same? Okay, you're fine then. Okay, cool. Thanks for making the comparison. 13 to 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we could, that's a good idea. So you could put dun, on what beat? This beat or this beat?
I think you could start on the first beat.
Right? And so we can make it 1 second. Just while I remember. Let's start here. Dun, dun, dun. And it finishes here. And then you want to make it a roll. Oh, shut up. What is this? Dun. Starts piano. Sorry to do this in our lesson. I'm going to do all I remember. And then that's a tremolo. Dun. Dun, and a crescendo. Right. Oh man, it sounds like someone's head just got cut off. That's ridiculous. Hold on. And something like that. Well, it's going to sound better, obviously, on the day. Right? Something like that? Then you've got some backup. Okay, cool. I'll tell Benjamin to do that. All right. Before we run it from the top, do you have any other questions, or are you happy just to run through the score with me from the beginning?
One more thing. At measure 71, it says accelerando. I don't really hear it in the track. I'm not sure if it is accelerating or not. Is it supposed to be getting faster?
71. Yeah, it should be getting slightly faster. Yeah, that's all right. So yeah, so build the speed there. Dr. Bell will be conducting that as well. So I don't know for whatever why it's not doing it in the track, but yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. All right. Anything else?
Yeah.
All right, let's just check this out to see if there are any spots that we need to be aware of with Dr. Bell.
Oi.
Ignore that. Then. Right? How's it feel?
Feels good. Yeah.
I'm excited for you to play this with them. Yeah, I think the big thing is we got to pull back the tempo, and on the day you're gonna feel like, yes, let's go, but you should be like, no, let's go slow, because the musicality that you bring and the clarity of your articulation, the way that delivery will make it sound epic, and it tells the story much clearer, right?
Yeah.
So that's my biggest advice for you. But otherwise, this is gonna be amazing. Let me stop this here.